It's the Money Pot Fairwear Tour. Oh man, it's been a good run. Good run. Good run. But we got more bets to give out, man. Let's go. We don't Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Money Pot Podcast and Money Pot Betting Show. I am the host. I am the CEO. I'm the president. They call me Moss Money. And yes, I am not going to be on the A2D network moving forward. I got a couple more shows. Me and Tom are always going to be guys. So, there's no, you know, no beef or, no static. We're not on that type of level in terms of the social media aspect. But for those of the viewers, I thought it would be appropriate just to let you guys know that Money Pot will not be moving forward with where A2D is going. The show, I am, I'll still be around, but just the betting show won't be moving forward with A2D. And as always, you can always find me on YouTube, Facebook, uh, Twitter, all the above. Let me do it the right way: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Yeah. Um, you guys can always find me around on there, and I'll still be around. I'll still be on some shows. It's just that I think it's time for Money Pot to move in a different direction. And me and Tom talked about it. And Tom would love for me to stick around with Money Pot. Loves the show. I think you guys like the show. We win money, which is always a good thing, especially around these now this time. But I think that just going in a different direction. I want to focus more on that, being able to do A2D and do my own thing. You butt heads. It's almost like you're kind of competing with yourself, and that's just the honest truth. So I think that it's a good time to. I think it's a good spot, and I think I'll continue to work with A2D. I'll continue to support Tom and the boys at A2D, and I think the mutual's feeling. He'll always support me. We have always have good conversation. So and I'll still clown him, every chance I get. Don't I won't ever change. So and we got some good things coming in the future. I think A2D is doing the right thing, kind of going to be making some moves. But I want to be the first to tell you about my show. I'll let Tom talk about where A2D is going and what that looks like. But I think I'll still be around. So don't worry about that, man. I'll still be around. I'll still be dropping bets. But this will be I'll do one more show. I'll do up to the regular season. And but let's win something. I mean, enough with the hoorah and all that. Let's win something today, man. So um let's go right to the poll question. You already know him. You love him. You hate him. No, I don't think anybody I know hates Boston Scott, but you love him, and then you love him some more. The giant killer himself, Boston Scott, will continue the hot streak against the Giants and will score a touchdown today. Agree or disagree? Let me holler at you. Facebook, YouTube, and now Twitter. Let me know. Agree or disagree to the poll below. Talk to me. Boston Scott will score a touchdown today. Let me know in the comments. So we can get the day started off the right foot. Had a pretty good day yesterday. Had a nice bet on the over on who was it? It was a nice plus 190 bet that I had. Gus Everett, that's right. Over 4.5 receptions. I think that was a little bit too easy. But they let us out there and let it hang. So pause. But we hit that bet, and now we got more bets to hit. I thought I was going to hit that parlay, man, because that was the long shot, but I didn't. So, but all right, let's get into the bets. I got some parlays to throw up here, and as always, you use our dandy, trusted sports book. Been killing it on ESPN recently, so I'm going to stick with that. And you know the flow. We typically do 3 or 4 parlays. One being with you guys helping me out, making a massive parlay. I like some of the games today. Some of the lines are pretty sharp on what we're looking at, but I think there's some gems here today. I think we can find some winning bets. I think ever since I think I changed the format of the show to more parlay betting probably like 5 or 6 weeks ago. I think I've been doing this, doing the bets like this, and I think we're 2 out of 4. If I say just six, I think we hit 2 out of 4. Of course, we hit the monster one for over $1,000. That was the last parlay we hit. So need that. You know what I mean? Christmas time. Christmas is tomorrow. I need that today. Oh yeah. I should do something for the wife today. It's our anniversary, uh, our our engagement anniversary. I didn't want to remember everything. So maybe we'll do some. Maybe I'll hit something for the wife today. All right. So looking at the slate today, we have a couple games here. This is an interesting game with the Seattle Tennessee game. With Will Levis being out, I think the consensus was Willis was going to get the start for Tennessee, but it's not. It's actually Tannehill, which make this game a lot more interesting. I mean, he's been on the sideline forever, but he's a vet. He's a pro. He can come in and play. Geno's coming off some injuries, so interesting game here. I do like. I know Kenneth Walker is kind of banged up with a shoulder injury, so that's more of a probably a pain threshold. But I do like one bet here: Charbonnet receiving yards. I think he gets some touches here. I think they keep Kenneth Walker kind of limited in terms of his workload. I do see Charbonnet getting a little bit more touches here. I do see him getting some more third downs here. So you can see some dump offs here. I think over 9.5 makes a lot of sense. I mean, with him and playing with Geno, I went back and looked at it. Four of the last five they played together, he's hit this. So it's a little tricky because it's a shared backfield, but I think because Kenneth Walker's kind of injured here, you see Charbonnet getting some tick. He gets some tick anyway. I think the way they run it, and he's more the third down back. He's a little bit better out of the backfield than Kenneth Walker is, even though Kenneth Walker has underrated hands out of the backfield. I like Charbonnet here. I like over 9.5. So that'll be part of our first bet here. Over 9.5 for receiving yards for Zach Charbonnet. I do like Hopkins today too. With Tannehill back there, I think you see. I think you see Hopkins get some get a lot of balls more his way. He doesn't have the big arm that Levis has, but I think Hopkins doesn't have the wheels that he used to have. So he's more immediate, middle to intermediate type route runner. Still an elite route runner. So, and I don't know if Witherspoon for Seattle is playing today. I think he was questionable last time I checked. So, if you like Hopkins here, I wouldn't be mad at this play either as well. All right. So that's the first leg of our first bet. The second leg of our parlay is going to be right here, this Cleveland Browns Houston game, huge game. I really like Houston, man. I really like the dog here. I'm not gonna hold you. I do like the dog here. Um, oh man, this is a huge game. I can't wait to watch this game. This is gonna be a big game to watch. But ever since Flacco has taken over, what's old boy's name? What's his name? I gotta see it to pronounce it right. Njoko, Njoko, Njoku, has been playing really well. So yeah, last game I think he had almost 10 catches for 100 yards. The game before that, I think he almost had 8 catches for 91 yards. So you already see who the go-to guy is. And with Cooper, you're going to see Stingley following Cooper around more than likely. I have to double check if he switches sidelines or not. But the receiving and the passing game for the Cleveland Browns have taken a tick up with Flacco back there. So I don't see Njoku slowing down at all. And if you look back at the last games that the Texans have, I think McBride had a pretty decent game against him. Actually, a really good game. I think he had over 100 yards against him, against the Houston Texans in that defense. I'm trying to go back here. I think what's old boy's name from Ingram, Evan Ingram from the Jacksonville's had a decent game. He had over 50 yards. I think even against Denver and that team and that game, no, Denver's a little bit different. Who was it? Was it the Titans? I think if they just played the Titans, or was it Jets? Jets. Who had a good game? Conklin. That's who it was. Tyler Conklin had a good game. 5 catches, 57 yards. And you're talking about the number one probably target off person for Flacco. So yeah, give me Njigba for I keep saying Njigba. That's not it. No Joko. I keep getting them mixed up. And Joku over 50 and a half yards plus the Zach Charbonnet over 9.5 yards. That's gonna be our first parlay. Little two-legger here on the 1 o'clock games. That will pay out. Oh, I didn't keep my. Oh, I gotta go back. My bad. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Um, Let me add the Charbonnet. It's going to be about 2 to 1, a little over 2 to 1, like probably two. I'm gonna guess plus 240. That's what I'm gonna guess. 243. I'll put it like that. Let's see here. Charbonnet over 9.5. Let's see where it lands. Ah, close. 237. Nice little quiet play. Like I said, bet small, win big. I would go a little bit heavier on here. If you got your bankroll, if your bankroll allows it, hit 50 to win your 110. Quick double up. Always good to double your money with a little bit of extra money. And then we can roll that over into our 4 o'clock games. If that's the one, if the option parlay one is what you like. All right. And that bet is brought to you. You know, we got to get these commercials in still. Got to play to win. You know what I mean? Royal Billiard. We'll be back for parlay number 2 in just a sec.
Royal Billiard and Recreation, proudly celebrating 40 years and our new, bigger showroom.
Twice the size and twice the fun.
More pool tables by Olhausen. More dartboard sets, including custom reclaimed backboards. More bar and kitchen stools that can change a room.
And more bars, including pre-built and custom.
Hot tubs, skee ball, shuffleboard, outdoor,
and fun.
Royal Billiard and Recreation, your ultimate game room store. Now located on Bethlehem Pike in Colmar.
We are back. Hey, Willie Vegas, what's up, bro? Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas. I didn't even say that to everybody. Merry Christmas, too, to everybody. Maybe I was waiting for the end. Absolutely, Boston Scott scores. Right. Giant. He's going to be in every parlay and everything that you can completely imagine for Boston Scott, for sure. Mr. Lynch, I can't believe we lost to Seattle. I can. I was at the game, so I was there. I saw it. I'm sorry. That game was in Seattle. I wasn't there. My bad. I'm lying. Yeah, actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, that game flow. You know, it's funny. A lot of people blame Bradbury, as they should. I thought Patricia called a pretty decent game. I saw some a little bit more blitzing than I typically see. That I felt like kind of got home a little bit more, a little bit added pressure. You know, it just sucks. Bradbury was actually having a pretty decent game until that last drive. I mean, you know, the numbers come up. He gave up like 6 catches for 6 for 6, 115 yards and a touch. But 80 something of those yards were on the last, last play. And I think part of it, he's a vet. He should not obviously give up the touchdown there. Not let somebody just run right past you, if anything, knowing that you don't have safety help. But I also think that Patricia's got to do a little bit maybe better job of putting him in a better position. I think they were doing a lot more press in that, and knowing your player's strengths. And at this point, you should know where Bradbury's good at and where he's not. And I think that was probably a disadvantage. I mean, it's a disadvantage for cornerbacks anyway, right? Because they can't even touch the guy after 5 yards. But at the same time, um, I think that's I think that's it. He should have made the play, but I also think it was probably tough on Bradbury, that especially that last drive. They found a spot, they found a weakness, and they exploited it, and that's what good teams do. So I expect them to fully go out and beat the shit out of the Giants today. Don, my guy, man, what's up, bro? Um, Appreciate you, but I gotta get you a little care package because you've been you've been fucking with the boys, man. So I gotta hook something up for you, man. Hit me up on I don't know, hit me up on Twitter or something, and we'll I mean I'll get something out to you, man. DD, what's up, man? What's going on, Mr. Daly? What's good? All right, so that is the first parlay of the day. Let's cook it up with another one. I think you guys are really gonna like this second one I got cooked up. Give me 1 second though. I gotta type something. All right. So second parlay bet of the day. This one's going to be a same game parlay, and it's sure enough. Talking with you, Don. We're going right to the Detroit game. I actually really like the over here, but we're going to do a receptions parlay. Plays out 8-1. I think you guys are really going to like this one. I think this one's hit in the last 3 or 4. If you would have played this parlay, excuse me, I already bet it because I really when I did it, I really liked it. So let me bring it up on my end real quick. Here we go. So Nick Mullins gets the start again, and I think that this is just going to be who can outthrow and who can outscore each other. Both these teams don't really have good defenses. I would obviously lean Detroit, but it's a rivalry game. They played them twice. Maybe they don't show all their cards. Maybe they do. Both are still fighting for the playoffs. I think the Vikings are still in the playoffs. I know if Detroit wins out, they can control their destiny and probably get the second seed. So what we're going to do here is we're going to call this the 4.5 bet, and we're going to pick everybody over 4.5 receptions. We're going over for Laporta 4.5. We're going over Addison over 4.5. We're going to go over Hawkinson over 4.5, and we're going to go over Justin Jefferson 4.5, all over. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball effectively. Each team, this game to me seemed all gas, no breaks. We're throwing. Give me the 4.5 parlay over. That pays out. Oh, where's the parlay? It didn't give me the number. Hey, 25. Oh, that's weird. It pays out plus 816 because I already bet it. So it's 8-1 on your play. I really like this bet. And when I say that, when I really like a bet, that thing is close. It's the same game parlay. Over 4.5 for Laporta receptions. Over 4.5 for Addison receptions. Over 4.5 for Hawkinson receptions. And over 4.5 for Justin Jefferson receptions. I don't know why it's not letting me parlay it now here, but I've already bet this. It's plus 8. It's 8-1 on your play. Really like this bet. I really like this bet. Um, you guys should get a piece of this one. Like I said, bet small, win big. 25 what? When you're about 200, $25 when you're 200. Maybe give you back some of that big gift that you brought for your kids for Christmas. This is I really like this bet. I actually might bet this bet again. Only for me myself, I only put $50 on it. It's 50 to win 457 for me, but I might go back and put 100 on it. I really like this bet. It's tough. The sweat is Addison, but I think Mullins likes Addison. And when I look back at teams that face Detroit, they just they passed to their two biggest targets. And Hawkinson's going to be up there, check down city. Jefferson's going to get probably 3 or 4 catches within the first 2 quarters. Um, I really like this bet. I think you guys I think Addison's the sweat. Addison's the real sweat here. But I think this one splashes me. I really do. I think this one splashes. All right. All right. So that is parlay number 2. So hopefully you guys lock that in. And that is brought to you by Carlinos. And then we'll get into our third bet, and then we'll get into a Christmas special bet with that Boston Scott touchdown, baby. Let's go.
Hats.com is the premier destination.
In our family, food is our daily bond. My nonna, affectionately called Mama by many, found solace and joy in the kitchen, sharing our love through delicious creations. She turned her culinary passion into a flourishing business alongside her husband and sons in 1983. Celebrating 40 years is a testament to our exceptional team, friends, family, and beloved customers. With gratitude, we look forward to the future, expanding our brand to share the highest quality Italian food and wine nationwide. Our heartfelt thanks to everyone who has played a part in our story. Grazie mille.
All right, we are back. I gotta get the Carlinos, man. That food be looking banging. All right, now we're going for a nice, solid. I want to say like 15-1 bet here. Dropping some underdogs, dropping some parlays. We're gonna go to full slate from top to bottom. Um, to get some money in here. So first bet, I want to go down here. I really like the Cardinals today, man. I think the Cardinals might win this game. What's the weather out in Chicago? Cold? ESPN. Let's see. I just want to see what that weather is out in Chicago. Uh, 40 degrees. East West Coast team traveling east. I don't know. I like some of the totals though here. I do like some of the totals. I do like the Cardinals though. I really do. But I do have a player prop here. McBride has been the man. Almost 20 catches over the last 2 games, close to almost 200 yards as well. So if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. I'm going over McBride over 60 and a half yards. Actually, no, I'm going over 59 and a half yards. I like the hook here. Don't like this hook here. Give me over 50 and a half yards, 59 and a half yards for McBride. And we'll start our way back going up. Oh, those are Christmas games. Oh man, this Cowboys Dolphins game. This game is really, really. I really like the Dolphins here. And it's not my Cowboy fan hate coming out, with my Eagles fan hate is a better way to say it. I'm just looking at the X's and O's. Dallas sucks, but this for me is a Tua MVP type game. If Tua wants to be in the MVP conversation, as he should be, this is the game to do it against the America's team. This game is going to be televised everywhere. Everybody's going to watch this game. But what I want is give me Miami Dolphins over 23 and a half points. I think they score here. This is a little bit low. I thought it was over 26 and a half when I saw it. This makes sense for them to score a little bit more points. Actually, now that I'm thinking about, oh wow. Ooh. So they both over 23. What's the total? Hold on now. Line's changing on me. Total is 48 and a half points. Tyreek Hill is playing. Let's see what the anytime touchdown is. We got CD. Um, we got Watto. Let me see here. Tyreek, obviously. Ferguson's interesting because you got Ramsey, you got Xavier Howard out there, but Ramsey's not what he used to be. And even in bad games, CD scores. Give me CD Lamb to score. I'm taking the best team on that offense to score in a high scoring game. I'm going to switch it up real quick here. Give me CD Lamb to score here. I think I think I'll go with CD here. So we'll add CD to this parlay. All right, we got CD and McBride. I like that as a two leg parlay. That's a really good parlay for the 4 o'clock games. I might have to write that down. McBride over 50, 60 yards and then CD to score. For that might be better than the one I gave you guys earlier. Hmm. You could put Njoku in there too. That's a good parlay. Actually, you know what? Now that I say that, I'm doing it. Let me add this. I'm gonna double dip in that Njoku, but we're gonna change it up a little bit here, just in case we get a little funky here. Oh, I wish we had 40. Let me get over 41 and a half. We'll drop it down to over 41 and a half. When he was over 60 against Houston. Hmm. See, the score is really low though. But we'll go over 41 and a half. Look at that. 444. A good number. That's a good bet right here. This is a good bet. This is 3 right here. Good bet. All right. Good bet right there. All right, let's keep it moving. It's Atlanta Colts game. So no Pittman. Taylor gets the start. Oh, that's who I liked in this game. Looking at downs. I think Pierce hasn't really shown up for them. So Minshew's going to have to find somebody, and I think Downs is the guy. I don't like Pierce at all in this game. Let me see what the receptions is on Downs. Somebody's going to have to catch the ball. They're not going to be able to just throw the ball um, like that. Hmm. Did we go for it here, y'all? A 5.5? Or do we get him on yards? See, the problem with Downs is that his usage has been so low because Pittman's been so much that it's hard to say where he's going to land up. But I don't know if they're just going to be able to run the ball in Atlanta. Atlanta's got a great rush defense. And the most downs he's ever had in a game is 525. I mean, he's had some decent games, but his usage has been real low. And even against Tampa, he had 13 targets, but he walked away with 5 catches. He had 13 targets, but 5 catches for 43 yards. So it's just like, can I trust that? You know, I'm gonna have to though. So has he ever had? And he's only had over 5.5 catches 3 times all year. He had against Baltimore. It looks like. Um, he had it against New Orleans. So he has some ability in him. And then he had it against, and that was it. Oh man. Let's see what Jonathan Taylor's had. Jonathan Taylor scores though. What's Atlanta's defense? I like Heineke over his rushing yards too, to be honest. White had over 102 yards against them. About the Jets. Yeah, the Jets didn't do nothing. I know the Panthers didn't really do much. Hubbard had 87 yards. Maybe that's the play. Maybe we go with Taylor, right? You got to be a running team at this point, don't you? Have to be. Trust Taylor more than anybody, right? What's Taylor's? No, those are passing. What's Taylor's rushing? Because there's no Moss today, so it's really going to be Taylor full workload. Maybe we go for Taylor. Taylor gets off, right? Because Zach Moss is out with a forearm injury, right? And then like, who's behind Taylor? Oh, Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon had a nice game last game too. I forgot about him. Hmm. What you guys think? Taylor or Downs? You like Waddle and solid? Let's crush Cowboys secondary. That's true. Receiving prompts are so hard. If I'm too wish-washy and I'm searching for it here, then maybe I'll just jump off this game. I'll do it like that. I'm gonna take the Jags here. I was on the Bucks, but I think the Jags win this game. I think it's a must-win game. They can't lose 4 games in a row. Give me the Jags. And what's that parlay? It's a 10-1 parlay. So you like Waddle to score here, bro? I already got CD in here, so I can't. I don't want to double dip in that game. I need one more play. You know what? Give me Jones to score. Like, I know he hasn't scored a lot, but who's going to score in Green Bay? Jalen Reed is hurt. AJ Dillon has a thumb injury. I think Dobbs is injured. um, who else is there? Watson's out. Like, who's going to score? I mean, Tucker Kraft has been playing well recently with Musgrave out. Um, so that could be a good play there. Carolina stinks. That actually might be a good play there. Jimmy scored against them last Tampa. Let's see what Tampa did. Nobody really crazy. I do like Ferguson too for Dallas, by the way. I think that's a good bet. I think I'm gonna go here. I think I'm gonna go with Kraft here. I think Kraft is a decent bet, but Jones scoring makes a lot of sense too. Let me see. Let me see what his props is real quick. If Kraft is under like 30 something yards, I think that's a really decent bet. And I think that'll be finish this bet. Ooh, there it is. Excuse me. I think we go over 29 and a half. I think this makes a lot of sense. We'll get 16-1. Yeah, this is a good bet. So we're going Tucker Craft over 29.5 yards. We're going and Jigbu over 41.5 yards. All tight ends. We're taking Jags to win the game, and we're going CeeDee Lamb to score a touchdown, and we're going Trey McBride total over 59.5. That plays out 16-1, right where I want it. Like I said, bet small, win big, $25 and win you 400. If you got some money, put 75 on it, wins you 1,200. This is my bet. I will be putting this in as soon as we're done this show. All right. Got there. Sorry, it took us a little bit, but I needed to get the right bet in. I like this bet. Tucker's the scare. Maybe Njoku might be a little bit scared because we're double dipping, so he could hurt us in both bets. But I like this Tucker bet. He's been coming on strong, 4 or 5 receptions in the last 2 games. All right, let's finish off with Christmas Sunday games. One little more commercial to get through, and then we'll finish it off with Christmas games. Let's go.
Hats.com is the premier destination for quality and fashion-forward hats and more, with designs for every style and trend. Locally based and run by Philly sports team fanatics, Hats.com can help you elevate your hat John. Utilize the easy-to-use guides at Hats.com to find your perfect size and style, and shipping and returns are free. Hats.com. Find yourself in a hat. Use code Philly for 15% off your order. Hats.com.
Oh, Christmas Day. Oh, Christmas Day. All right, let's get this Christmas parlay popping. And you know where we're starting. It was the poll question of the day. And the poll question of the day was, do we think Boston Scott is going to score a touchdown? And we said absolutely Boston Scott is going to score a touchdown. So we're going to start it off with that. I'm even going to take it a step further because this bet has been bet so many times. They're going to want to get this one out the way. He's not even, oh, here he is. He's still plus 350. So I like that bet. We're going to do first score is going to be Boston Scott. First score is for Boston Scott. That's what we're doing. And then we're going to make this thing easy, man. I'm going to do a parlay. We're taking the Chiefs money line. That's already at plus 1,400, right? We're going to do this a 3-play, and this is what I'm doing. I'm looking at the San Francisco game. I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest parlay on Christmas Day will be San Fran, the Eagles, and the Chiefs. That is going to be your biggest 3 parlays of the day. Fuck them Niners, man. Give me the Ravens money line. 50-1. $25 win you $1,200. $50 win you $2,500. $100 will win you $5,000. And even for my bet small, win big, $10 will win you $500. Let's bring it home on Christmas night, baby. Ravens, and this is a great pick here because even if, say, you get this, boom, that hits. Boston Scott scores first. Or you could take this out and just put Boston Scott to score, right? You could just take this out, but I think he scores first. And if you look at the Ravens right here, man, this is going to be a really, really good game. There's multiple ways to play this game. If you don't like Baltimore money line, I would go anytime touchdown. Give me Debo to score. Drops it down to 30-1. $10 win you $300. I think Debo has a pretty decent game. I think the idea is to stop McCaffrey. I think they're going to have trouble slowing down Debo, and I think Debo scores. Um, so that would be two iterations of this parlay. My first one, I'm going for it, right? I'm just going for it. Give me Baltimore, right? Give me Baltimore to win the game. I wonder what this money line is. Ah, okay, minus 250. I wanted to see. Yeah, give me Baltimore to score. I mean to win the game. Um, or don't like that Baltimore game. Give me Debo to score. I think Debo scores. Big players do big things. I like Likely to score too. If you don't like that, I think Likely has a good game. I think you can get some success against the. Maybe not. Fred Warner's a problem. Lamar might go crazy. This is a Lamar game, man. He needs this MVP talk. You could do Lamar. I really like Debo here. Um, I think rushing yards. I think Lamar has a decent game. I think they're gonna have a tough time slowing Lamar down. So let me see what his rushing yards are. Probably like it straight. Yeah, I think he'll get in the 60s, and that's where it is. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense here. I think 59.5 is a good bet for Lamar. Give me money line, dog. Like we not fucking around. This is when like they're coming here underdogs. They're the best team in the AFC and they're 6-point underdogs. I do not think the San Francisco 49ers are 6-point favorites, but this is just a little of me having a little bit of fun. This is not the handicap. This handicap or this take on Baltimore beating the Niners is Shanahan in a big game and the fact that everybody's on the Niners. So I'm going the other way. When everybody goes this way, I go that way. You know what I mean? So, and if you like this bet, but let's take this out and let's do Boston Scott to score so you can see what that looks like real quick. I just think if Boston Scott's going to score, he's just going to score. But plus 350 is probably a pretty good number too. 16-1. Not bad. Not bad. But let's go for it. First time scorer. Give it, you know what I mean? Little screenplay. They get down there. Like he's going to get into the game when they get down there. Right? And he's going to get 3 shots to get in there. That's really what it's going to come down to. He's going to get 3 shots to get in there. If not, they're going to go for it in fourth and they're going to give it to Hurts. And Hurts is going to score. So you could do Jalen first touchdown, which is smart money. But give me Boston Scott. Hope we get the ball first. Shit. He might, because he feels it. He be feeling himself. Kickoff return, right? Like, let's start it off right off jump. Kickoff return. Take it back. That'd be great. But yeah, I like this bet. This is a fun bet. Fun bet to be. And I'll be at this game. So it'll be a fun bet to hit. So I hope you guys got all the parlays. We gave you 4, actually a bonus parlay. And that third parlay, I like that first top 3. But gave a lot of bets, gave a lot of parlays. Good luck in your betting. Hopefully you guys win some money. Hopefully we win some money. And we will get a win for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hopefully Boston Scott scores and he scores first, man. I want to thank everybody for always supporting the show. Thank everybody for always tuning in. Like I said before, it's not really farewell, but farewell for Money Pot on A2D Radio. I'll be doing one more show, right? Week 16, yeah, one more show. Last week will be my last show. So, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Let's have a party next week. Let's have something good to talk about because we hit one of these bets and we won some money. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for joining in. This is Moss Money. This is Money Pop.